All right, hey everybody, Rick here with Game Trade Media coming to you live from PAX Unplugged. I've got Jared from CMON, or Kumani or not, or CMON.com, or all sorts of other ways you can find
whatever
them.
you want to call us, yeah.
I like calling you guys CMON. It's
Whoa,
perfect. But CMON, right?
CMON, yes.
Yeah, CMON.
Okay,
That's what I said.
All right.
All right, so I know we don't have anything in front of us to talk about, but we're going to talk about some cool stuff.
It's our new invisible game.
Yeah, because we want you guys to visualize.
Yeah.
Just
think
think about
theater of the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are some of the cool projects that are wrapping up and everything over there at your guys' shop?
So, and I think you've done covered a little bit yourself, but Massive Darkness came out recently.
Love it.
We actually, just yesterday, some more of the heroes and enemy boxes came out, so expanding that.
Okay.
And then, quarter one of next year, Rising Sun is
so excited.
coming out.
Yeah, I backed that on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I'm really excited, not just to play it, because I have demoed it. So,
right.
So it's like, I've played the game, but those miniatures
are amazing.
They're ridiculous.
And that's just from, as a tabletop, as a gamer myself, when the first time I saw the Rising Sun miniatures, I was blown away.
Right.
It just, I didn't, because that's the thing, we always want to be the highest quality we can be. And when I saw those, I was just like, how are we even doing this, right?
One, how are you even doing it? And two, how are you going to do the next one better?
So I can say, and I can't talk much about it, but there's soon to come, and I know people want to know about it, is Hate.
Okay.
When I saw the miniatures for those at Gen Con, I had the same feeling I did when I saw the Rising Sun miniatures. So I think they stepped it up, even on that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So, and there's more information about Hate coming. I don't have. It sounds so weird, but Hate the board game.
Yeah. You're not, you're not gonna hate it.
No, you're not. I know people are excited, and I promise there's more stuff coming for that.
Okay.
And then just the other kind of thing. So Massive Darkness and Rising Sun big box mini games.
Yeah.
Another thing we have coming up that was really big at Essen is Dragon Castle.
Okay.
From Horrible Games, which is this really cool, unique spin on Mahjong.
Okay.
That is really neat, and we don't have a copy yet, but we just put it up on our website so people can kind of get a taste for what Dragon Castle is. But that's going to be early next year too. So that's kind of looking forward. I mean, there's so many other things. Way of the Panda.
Right.
Richard the Lionheart, which is a really cool game that just came out this week as well. That kind of, and I don't know if you played that at CMON Expo.
I did not.
But you're working in these teams, this kind of cooperative teams, to really pull the side of the war to your side or the other side. But then also, there's a cooperative matter, but only one person out of all the teams is going to win.
Right.
And it's got Robin Hood, and so
that's cool.
So that's tons of fun, and that just came out. But yeah, that's kind of a quick blast of just some things.
And
but
you guys
there's
also
so
have
much.
the Song of Ice and Fire?
Yeah, so that is going to be transitioning into the out of the board games and into our tabletop miniature game stuff. We have a Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniature game, and we ran the Kickstarter for that, which did really well for us, and didn't turn off my watch. There we go. So that is going to be great because we did the Kickstarter for the starter set.
Okay.
And some of the kind of first unit boxes for Stark and Lannister, but none of it was exclusive. The only things that were exclusive in it were some alternate sculpts, but no game-altering things, which is really important for people to know, because I don't want them to feel like, especially for a miniature game, we know that the life of a miniature game is in the community and in the stores, right? So we haven't locked anything away. And what's great is when that comes out, it's going to have monthly releases that people keep building their armies, and it launches with Stark and Lannister, but we're going to have more. We haven't said who it is, but if it's in the book, if it's in the series of novels,
expect to see it.
Expect that it could show up.
Okay.
We had some little previews. We didn't say what they were, but if people knew the novels, they saw some miniatures at Gen Con. We're like, we know who that is, right?
Sure.
And that's going to be amazing because we are trying to bridge a gap between our board gamers and our miniature gamers, because miniature gaming can be tabletop miniature gaming can be intimidating.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And we try to eliminate some of that intimidation by making them all pre-assembled. So not one piece. So by doing them pre-assembled, we're able to get tons of great detail in that figure, right? And then also we've made it so they're, the plastic we're using on the weapons doesn't bend or misshape, right? So So that is like, because from our miniature side, our miniature gamers, like, they're like, oh, you know, we want to make sure that, you know, that you don't have to dip the weapons in the warm water to like straighten them out.
Yep.
But also, you know, for just the average person who maybe is used to board games, they can pick it up and go, oh, I can literally open a unit box, add them in their tray to the table and start playing.
Yeah.
And you know, they're not pre-colored, but they are like one-color miniatures, and their factions determine their color. So if you don't want to paint it, you don't have to, but you'll still get that differential. So it just won't be a table of gray, right? And there's different game modes, which
because you had mentioned that there are ways to play it outside of just one versus way.
Yeah, so I mean, if you and me just wanted to sit down and roll some dice at each other and fight, we could do that. But what we really want people to know is that there's different game modes that are based on the novels of the books.
Right.
So like some of them are objective based, where you have to move onto positions, hold objectives, and it's not like you just pick the objective up though. You have to hold it. So if you get routed off it, or you know you end up moving, you're going to lose that objective. So you're going to stop gaining that victory points. And most objectives have a special ability that's tied with them. You know, in another one, we kind of focus on the mental fortitude of your army, because war is dirty business.
Absolutely.
And when your units are getting killed, which are in trays, so the units most units are about 12 figures on a tray. So that lets people have these mass battles without really micromanaging everything. But when those units die, it leaves behind a corpse pile, and those corpse piles make other units have these mental fortitude checks. Because they may they're like, oh, I'm out.
I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, there's my friend, I'm out, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And then a couple other ones is a siege scenario where you know you're holding off, trying to hold off as long as you can your house's fortress or castle or whatever, and the other team is just constantly bombarding you. And then one is one where each side we would start off with just a couple units, like 2, and then we can start feeding in as the game goes on, as our reinforcements start showing up, and if we gain objective points around the map, we can start bringing them in from different locations. So we just wanted to, it's really varied, and it keeps it exciting. You know, and we could go on forever about it.
Yeah, absolutely. But, there's a lot of stuff in the house of CMON.
Yes.
A lot.
Yeah.
So I mean, and again, if you go back to board games, you got, you know, Godfather, or you know, so much stuff.
Yes, and Godfather is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's actually one of my favorite games we have right now.
I enjoyed playing it at Gamma. We haven't played it since.
You need to get on that. It was fun. We got to play together again.
And that was perfect.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to segue just a second. How much time we got there, Johnny? 5 minutes? All right. So, when we talk miniatures, and I love all those CMON miniatures, and one of the great things I love about them is I can play them in the game they come with, but then I can take them out and be like, you know what? This is a new encounter for my favorite game, Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah.
And Massive Darkness, easily those miniatures translate to amazing encounters, not just in that game, but in D&D.
Oh yeah.
And you're a D&D fan too.
Yes. So I originally started at the tail end of 2nd edition. Like, I bought up on 2nd edition, not knowing anything in this world, right? And then literally a month after I bought up on 2nd edition, like 3rd edition came out. So I've been playing since then, and I took a break on 4th, and I finally just got back in on 5, and I'm loving it. I'm like so happy to be back.
And you said that you brought your spouse in.
So I have a coworker of mine, our graphic designer for marketing, Sean Chansey. He's running it for me and my wife and his girlfriend. And so me and Sean we know RPGs, we know role playing, but you know, our SOs are really getting into it. And it's one of those things, like, especially my wife, she's not a board gamer, which is funny because we have a lot of board games, but I convinced her to do the role-playing game, and it's great.
She's loving it?
She's loving it.
Perfect.
Like, you know, and she's like still getting used to that, like, but it's like, no, just have fun. Like, there's nothing really wrong. You can't do anything wrong when you're role-playing, right?
Absolutely.
Like, no choice you make, because we'll just pivot and we'll make it work out.
Like, or, you know, dice being dice, sometimes they're evil and they put you in her locker, but that's part of the game.
Yeah, she didn't understand that I had my dead zone of dice, where I was like, I don't use those dice. And she's like, well, do I have them? I was like, well, I don't want to get rid of them, but we don't use those. And now she's understanding, because I had to buy her a new set, because she's like, these just aren't rolling well. And I was like, you
get it now.
They're worn out. Like,
and that's when they get it. And then they're like, oh, so you're not just collecting them to hoard them. Those are the dead dice. But you don't want to get rid of them because they still look nice.
It still looks cool to have a bunch of dice. But and we're actually using Massive Darkness stuff in that too, because
They're so good.
They're great. You know, it's that in itself. That's a dungeon crawling game.
Yes.
So
It absolutely translates easily.
Yep.
And that's a wonderful thing about our community, the gaming community, is I think a lot of publishers take that in consideration. They know that there are certain things in our industry that are the big things, and if we can make something that it's fun on its own, but yet can still translate into something else that is ginormous and grab a bigger audience, why not?
And I love seeing it because we get so many people who use miniatures for our things in different ways that it's amazing. I love seeing what the community shows us because we feature every Monday like community creations with our stuff, and on our Facebook page and CMON's Twitter, CMON Games.
Right.
It's just amazing to see what people do with it, right?
Right.
So.
Very cool. Well, thank you, Jared, for stopping
You're
by.
welcome.
I'm going to pitch a couple more things real quick. If you want to find out more about CMON, go to CMON.com. Check them out. Check out their Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram. They're all over the interwebs. It's awesome. Now, thank you to Carolina Game Tables for letting us use their amazing streamer here. This table is beautiful. I think this is their cherry finish. It's just amazing. If you want to find out more about Carolina Game Tables, go to their Facebook page, Google them. They're on the interwebs all over the place as well. You can learn about all their products. This isn't the only one they've got, by the way. And also, we've got this cool little prize thing we got going on here at PAX. If you stop by our booth 203, you can pick up this card. It has a little QR code and a web link. You either one to go to the page where you can enter, and multiple ways to enter to win, potentially win this great prize pack. And we're adding more stuff to it all weekend long. So when we do the giveaway on Wednesday, we're going to also highlight some of the cool stuff we're bringing back from PAX. So check that out. And again, Jared, awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Play more games, people.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media. Leave a like and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.